Groceries hit the pavement. A taser cracked. An elderly woman collapsed. Boots pinned her down. But her husband didn't panic. He said 5 quiet words, and every gun lowered. The morning in Pine View had been ordinary. Sunlight on trim lawns. Birds lifting worms from the damp soil. A distant lawnmower humming like a tired bee. No one saw the black SUVs until they were already turning sharply onto a Llama Pine View road. Tires screeched. Doors burst open. Men in tactical gear poured out. Helmets, vests, rifles, barking orders that shattered the calm. Police. Down. Down now. In the driveway across the street, 68-year-old Marcus Washington lay on a foam pad beneath his neighbor's sedan, changing oil, his elbows black with grease. The wrench clattered from his hand when the boots surrounded him. He rose slowly, not startled, simply alert. Hands visible, a voice bellowed. Marcus lifted his palms, fingers slick with oil. There must be some mistake, he began. A rifle barrel lifted. Silence swallowed his words. Years ago, Marcus had faced men with harder eyes, in places where silence could kill. He exhaled calm. The neighborhood had no idea who he used to be. To them, he was the quiet, retired mechanic who built wheelchair ramps on weekends and fixed bicycles for kids. It was enough. Until today. The groceries. Eleanor Washington returned at that exact moment, her car rolling up the driveway. Paper bags filled both arms. Eggs, apples, milk, mundane items that carried the weight of an ordinary life. Her eyes widened. Marcus? What's going on? 3 rifles turned on her. Drop the bags. Hands where we can see them. She froze. Paper bags crushed her chest. I'm just bringing groceries, she whispered. Her hands trembled. Arthritic fingers couldn't move fast enough. An anxious young officer stepped forward. She's not obeying. Marcus's voice cut through the air, controlled and cold. She's my wife. She's carrying groceries. The boot pressing his back didn't move. Uncooperative suspect, the young officer repeated, pulling out a taser, fear disguised as authority. No, Marcus said sharply, but it was too late. The taser snapped. Electricity hissed. Eleanor's body convulsed. The bags exploded. Eggs burst. Apples rolled on her boots. Milk splashed like white paint across the concrete. She collapsed, and Marcus's world collapsed with her. Yet his face did not show it. He didn't shout. He didn't panic. He didn't rage. He simply watched with a terrible stillness. The calm. Officers swarmed her. One pinned her with his boot. Stay down. Her breath rattled. Marcus's wrists were cuffed behind him. Steel dug into bone. He inhaled once. Slowly. Controlling breath was second nature. Decades of discipline, from operations that never appeared in history books, had taught him that panic was death. Across the driveway, the commander approached, face hidden behind a visor. You make one move, he warned, and you'll join her, old man. Marcus didn't blink. Let me up, he said quietly. The commander hesitated. Those words weren't a request. They were an order spoken from a place deeper than fear. After a moment, the man nodded. Marcus stood. He faced the commander. 5 words slipped from his mouth, soft as surgical steel. Call General Santiago. Right now. The name that froze the air. The effect was immediate. The commander's jaw tightened. Is that supposed to scare me? He scoffed. We have a warrant. Drug trafficking. Rafael Mendez. We're at the right address. Marcus didn't raise his voice. This is 457 Llama Pine View Road. He pointed toward the street sign. You want 457 Pine View Avenue. Different zip. Silence. A team member jogged to the SUV, radio crackling. Moments later he returned, pale. Sir. He's right. The boots shifted. Eyes darted. The commander swallowed. And Marcus added, without inflection, cut these cuffs. My wife has heart problems. A man older than the others leaned to whisper in the commander's ear. The color drained from the commander's face. The name Santiago carried weight. Not because of medals. Because of the stories no one ever told on record. The reveal. The cuffs snapped open. Marcus knelt beside Eleanor, fingers finding her pulse, steady but fragile. He spoke to her softly. "Stay with me, beautiful." Paramedics rushed from the tactical van. Someone brought blankets. Someone else shouted for water. 40 minutes later, the couple sat inside their living room. Eleanor rested on the couch, wrapped in wool, breathing slow. Marcus sat at her side, one hand resting over hers. Outside, tactical vehicles still idled. She turned her head. "You never told me about a general." Marcus gave a tired, crooked smile. "There are things I've never told you," he murmured. "For a reason." Before she could ask, the sound of a powerful engine broke the air. A final vehicle arrived. Not police. Black. Government plates. A man stepped out in an immaculate suit. Silver haircut with military precision. Eyes scanning every angle of the street. General Diego Santiago. He moved like a man who had walked through war zones. The commander hurried to intercept him. Santiago didn't slow. He went straight to the front door. Marcus stood. Their eyes met. No handshake. No greeting. Just a long, wordless moment. Then, a perfect salute. Marcus returned it. His first salute in 16 years. Settlement. The department settled. $75 million. Not to Marcus. To every family. A journalist caught him outside the courthouse. "How does it feel to change an entire police force?" Marcus looked into the camera with quiet certainty. "I didn't change anything. I just showed the truth." The offer. Cadets began visiting the Washington home. Some just stood on the sidewalk, staring at the driveway where it all began. Others knocked, asking advice. Marcus and Eleanor sat on their porch one evening. Another young officer across the street. "That's the third today," she said. Marcus smiled. "They're here to learn." The phone rang. General Santiago. "They've created a new position," he said. "Civilian Oversight Commissioner. You'll have authority to review every tactical operation. The committee wants you." Marcus stared at his garden. Eleanor trimming roses with slow hands. He didn't answer immediately. "Who's on the committee?" he finally asked. Santiago chuckled. "Chief Brennan." She had no choice. The vote. The municipal auditorium was packed. Marcus sat in the last row. The mayor read the results. Unanimous. Marcus Washington became the first civilian oversight commissioner in the city's history. He stepped to the stage. It wasn't triumph. It was duty. "It's not enough to fix a broken door," he said. "We must ensure another isn't kicked in." Families wept. Cadets applauded. Even Brennan couldn't meet his gaze. 5 years later, a thick report landed on national desks. Results. Use of force down 86%. Wrong house raids, 0. Community trust up 72%. The Washington model spread to 12 cities. His 5-word protocol became standard training. A plaque hung at the new Civil Rights Center. Systems, not individuals. Change, not revenge. MW. The last scene. One fall afternoon, Marcus showed a group of young officers how to approach elderly citizens respectfully. Real training. Real voices. Real listening. Eleanor watched from the window, roses blooming around her. "Did you ever imagine that terrible day would lead here?" she asked when he came inside. Marcus kissed her forehead. "No," he said, "but I've always believed any system can be rebuilt with the right tools." On a shelf in the garage sat an old envelope Santiago had left. Still sealed. Never needed. Next to it were letters from families, cadets, communities. No medals. Just gratitude. On the evening news, a reporter asked, "Do you consider yourself a hero?" Marcus smiled gently. Heroes don't survive broken systems. They fix them. Outside, sirens passed. No one tensed. No one hid. The neighborhood was quiet again, but never the same. All because, on a driveway scattered with groceries, one man had spoken 5 words. "Call General Santiago. Right now."